Hello, hello, beautiful, intuitive parents. So good to be here. So we are, what date is it? Oh my God, nearly the end of January. So I am jumping in here. This is the first time I've gone live in YouTube, which is quite exciting. So I'm just trialing this out, seeing how this goes. I wanted to jump in to talk about the beginning of this year, 2022. For me, there are some massive changes coming up. And one of them, if you've been following me for a little while, is that we are moving our family life from our beautiful 6.5 acre property in the middle of outback Queensland into a bus, into a motorhome. And so it's a massive transition, and really this kind of seed was planted 3 years ago when we did a 4-week trip over 4,000 Ks down to Victoria and back again in our camper trailer. We were visiting friends, we went to a wedding. It was really awesome, and we actually were really, anxious about it, because Bella, my youngest daughter, we've had quite a lot of challenges with her, and she was quite young at the time. We were like, oh my God, it's going to be a nightmare. And it actually was the best thing we did. And when we got back, we both felt so calm, and we just had such an amazing time. And we were like, oh, I'd love to really do this, like sell up and just move into, some form of traveling. And so I planted a seed. My business coach at the time said to me to write a list for the beginning of that next year, which was 2019. Actually, no, it was 2020, actually. So we got back just January 2020. And it was write a list of all the things that I would love to do and all the buts, all the reasons why I couldn't. And so on my list was to pipe dream, really in the future, to basically be traveling on the road, homeschooling with my family, running my business. So Chris didn't have to work, and we were all doing it together. It was a family business. And so now fast forward to 2022, and here we are. Last year we bought the motorhome, and in January last year, we made the decision that we were going to do this. We were going to sell the property and travel. And it took the whole year of procrastinating, of getting ready, of being 100% sure that it was the right decision to actually really commit to it. So the reason that I'm doing this video now is because so many people, now that we're really at the pointy end of getting on the road, say to me, oh, you're so lucky. You're just so lucky you can do that. And I'm like, what? Seriously? There is no luck involved. I have had to go through so many processes, and Chris and the children, in order to create this in our lives. If you sit there and go, oh, I'd love to travel Australia, and literally do nothing, make 0 decisions, not have to go out and get a loan, to buy your vehicle or your caravan or whatever it is, not put your house on the market, not be outside of any comfort zones and still do it, that's what I would call luck. But every single step of this process has been massive. It's been huge, and it has caused a lot of anxiety and a lot of upheaval and a lot of emotional instability for all of us in our family unit, which is why, in all honesty, it's probably taken us 2 years to fully commit to this being our journey, because there's been so many little things to navigate, so many little things that have popped up that have been like, oh, I don't think it's the right time, I don't think we should do this. Between Chris and I, there's been personal things that have made us feel like perhaps we should wait. The children, we've had we don't want to leave our friends, and we've had to talk to them about their feelings around leaving and moving into the bus. Every which way you look at it, it is a decision, it's a choice. And every single time you choose and you take an action, that is manifesting, that is creation. So my manifesting process looks like having a nudge, having some kind of idea drop in for me, like, oh my God, that would be amazing. So 3 years ago, that was the thought process, oh, this would be incredible if we could do this. And that was it. That was the idea. It was just a little seed that was planted. And then as time's gone on, we have made decisions that have required action. We have had to look online for our setup. Like, what do we want? Do we want a car and a caravan? Do we want a truck and a caravan? Do we want, we've looked at all sorts of things until we came to the conclusion that the setup we've got now is what we wanted to live in. And then we had to go to the bank and we had to get a loan. And then we had to go and find the actual one. And we had to go and make that decision to invest in that part of our life. And, then we did that, and we have had to kit it out. We've had to, invest in things that need to go in there. We've had to make choices and decisions about, leaving our home, leaving things behind, putting our house on the market for sale. Like, that was massive. There's so many things that we have decided to do. And those things are not luck. They are fully owned by us creating our life. I just feel like it is so important that when we are intuitive, we also recognize that these things are not just given to us, they are from within us. It's not like our guides are outside talking to us, telling us what to do all the time. It's your inner voice. It's your higher consciousness. And you create the reality. You are the one who is taking the steps. So even this last trip that we just did, there were so many things about living in a very, very small space with my children and my husband that were uncomfortable, that were like, oh, I don't actually know if I want to do this. I don't actually know if I want to live in 30-foot, like literally in these four walls with these humans, like 24/7. This is hard. It was hard having to, go to the shop every 2 minutes because the fridge is very small. And every time you want to cook something, you're like, oh, okay, well, now I don't have those ingredients. So I've got to go to the shop again. And every shop you go to, of course, is, different place. Everything's in a different spot. I can't find it. It takes a lot of time and energy. Like, I couldn't believe how much energy I was expending just trying to cook a meal for the family, which normally I take for granted. I have a huge fridge and it's easy for me to plan things out, get a Woolies order delivered, and away you go. The same for trying to find a gas fitting one day. It took us a half a day of driving around in circles trying to find somewhere to get this one bit of gas hose that we needed. And for me, that feels like such a waste of my time. But actually, when you lean into that way of being and in a lifestyle where there is no time, because you're just living and existing on the road, being present, doing the laundry half a day. Let's go to the laundry to do our washing. You have to factor all of this in. So that was really uncomfortable. Like, there was a couple of days where I hit the point of being like, I actually really can't do this. I'm not coping. I don't want to be here. This is too hard. And I really had to sit with those feelings and lean into it and ask myself, why? Why is this coming up? Because it's uncomfortable, because it's new, because I don't know it. Because this isn't how I normally live, because I live in autopilot a lot without even realizing it. Doing the washing, cooking the dinner, getting the kids organized. It's all normal. I know where everything is in my house. I don't have to think about it. So making the choice to live in this way is what creates my reality, is what is going to create and manifest this way of being for my family. It is not luck. I am not lucky that I ended up here. I created it. I created the finance. I created the space. I created being able to buy a motorhome. None of that is luck. It comes down to, what do you want in your life? How prepared are you to get uncomfortable? And what action are you going to take? That is magic. That is the way that you manifest, the way you create, and that is magic, because as soon as you invest your energy, it will come. If you make the decision and you put it out there, as uncomfortable as it is, it will come. It will become your reality because you're inviting it in. So my invitation to you is to start looking at your life from a perspective of magical creation and manifesting. What do I actually want? Sometimes I feel like the idea of manifesting is this kind of write a magic check and just put it out there and it will happen. And absolutely, the energy of that is true, but you have to take action. You actually have to do something to make it become a part of your life. So really, my message is for 2022 is decide what you want. Really decide, what do you want to create? And it might be, it's a seed. My seed about traveling Australia with my family was planted 3 years ago. So plant the seed, bring the seed into your awareness, and then just start taking some action steps. Start deciding how that will look in your life and what you're going to do and how you're going to bring it in. As an intuitive parent, every single time I listen to my intuition and take action, my children are watching me. They're seeing how it flows. They're watching magic literally unfold in front of them, because that's normal. They don't see me striving in lack, trying to get something to work, forcing things, pushing shit uphill. Well, some days I do that still, but most of the time it's like just be in the energy, open the space, create something. This is what they're learning. So if you are in the place right now of going, holy wow, like I want that, I want to manifest that way, I want to teach my kids how to be in this space, then get onto the IPIK website and just allow yourself to step into the next level, to take the quantum leap. We've got a free activation coming up, a Facebook activation on the 14th of February. It starts for 11 days. You get to be in my space, in my energy, come and learn. We're going to be talking about wealth and abundance, actually how you bring and manifest wealth and abundance in all areas into your family life. So if that sounds like you and you would love to just level up, 2022, level up, fucking get out there and actually shine your light. Teach your kids how to be in their power and create exactly what they want. That's what we're about. That's what we do. So yeah, I would just love to invite you into that space if it resonates. I'll pop the link into the comments for the website, and yeah, just decide what you want and take action. Start manifesting. Mwah.